Sudan. They wanted to do a deal, and that was in particular nice because they've essentially been at war with Israel for a long time. And now it's not only the deal was signed, but it's peace. So that's official, and that's nice. Yeah, we have at least 5 that want to come in, and we'll have many more than that very soon.
President Trump announcing a historic peace deal between the Sudan and Israel as Sudan becomes the 3rd Arab state to make peace with Israel under the Trump administration, as the president hints that even more nations could follow suit. Here to discuss is State Department spokesperson Morgan Ortagus. Morgan, thank you so much for being here.
Thanks, Pete.
Big day yesterday, yet again, the 3rd here. Talk to us about how this unfolded and why it's so impactful.
Yeah, I feel like every time I come on the show with you, Pete, we're talking about yet another peace deal. And just for your viewers to remember, up until about 2 months ago, it had been 26 years since there was a peace agreement between an Arab state and the state of Israel. Now, in just a little over 2 months, we have 3. So for those of us who've been working on the Middle East and North Africa for a long time, this type of history is just completely unprecedented as it relates to these peace deals. And again, this is because of 4 years of policies that President Trump, Mike Pompeo, Secretary of State Jared Kushner, and others put into place, as we've talked about before, to totally change the way the United States looked at the Middle East. And we have rejected the conventional wisdom that was across both political parties, both sides of the aisle in Washington, D.C., where we said we were going to empower the state of Israel and our Arab allies and friends. And we were told by all these decisions that we did that we would make World War III in the Middle East. And instead, we now have 3 Arab-Israeli peace agreements.
And the president hinting at more. Can you give us a peek, a preview, any chance of what more might be coming, what other countries are talking to the U.S. and the state of Israel?
Well, I think what you're seeing is a fundamental shift in the Middle East that we really haven't seen in a long time. And so you have all these countries that said for years that they would not negotiate with Israel until there was a deal first between the Israelis and the Palestinians. And they also, I think that they have looked at the state of Israel and said, this is an economic powerhouse. This is a country without oil, without some of the natural resources that their neighbors have, yet with a strong economy, really strong in technology and military systems. And so these countries have decided that they are better off openly partnering together, especially against the Islamic Republic of Iran, our enemy. And so we, of course, hope that we get to negotiations with the Israelis and the Palestinians. That's been President Trump's goal since he laid out his vision for peace and for the Middle East in February. But you're really seeing, I can't stress to your viewers what a drastic change this is for the region, for the Middle East, and especially for Sudan. Don't forget, President Trump is the first president through this deal to get compensation for the victims of several terror attacks. Through many administrations, we haven't been able to get compensation to these victims. Now, under these deals, we will.
Morgan Ortagus, thank you so much for breaking that down for us.